Again, the academic qualifications will help you in simply reaching the doorsteps of any organization. But it's the attitude, your work, more than your work, your attitude, how you behave with your peers, the leadership qualities within you, your communication skills, that will determine the speed and the level of your elevation within the hierarchy. Yes? It's my own experience in private sector and public sector. Now, I want you all to flashback with me. I'll just quickly summarize because I know there's a time constraint here. So, flashback to those days. There was this young guy who was brilliant in his studies, 12th science CBSE Gujarat topper. And then, during his engineering, every semester, merit positions. And throughout his engineering, he was bestowed with the prestigious merit-based Dhirubhai Ambani undergraduate scholarship. Campus placement, thank you. Campus placement to TCS, and in TCS, in various roles, right from a programmer to a module lead to a project manager to a technical faculty head. In every role which I played, there was always a touch of excellence because I was recognized for my performance. TCS Applause Award for going beyond the call of duty, and TCS Award for being the top 10 coding contest finalist consecutively for 2 years. So it's like a hackathon for all the software engineers of TCS across the world. More than 2.5 lakh software engineers participate in that, and to be a finalist consecutively for 2 years based on my programming. So those days it was Java, C, C++ and all that. So consecutively for 2 years I did that, achieved that momentous feat. Everything in life was, thank you so much. Everything in life, I would really want all of you to just clap. Don't hesitate whenever you feel like, because that's the kind of feedback which I receive, because I can't see your smiling eyes and faces. Your claps will give me the positive feedback. Thank you so much. Yeah. That was encouraging. Thank you. So, everything in my life was going rosy, but probably the director of my movie, he thought that, hey, let's put some masala into his life so that his story becomes a blockbuster, right? So one fine day, when I was coming out of the washroom, I collapsed and I could not get up on my feet. Next day, neurosurgeons confirmed that it is a severe paralytic attack. MRI scans revealed that I had tumors in my entire spine, but that was not all. A bigger shock was coming our way. The biopsy confirmed that it was a cancer of last stage. Doctors gave me just 6 weeks of survival. Imagine, I was at the peak of my career. My visa for Finland was stamped and TCS was about to send me as an on-site project manager. And then this thing happened. And suddenly when your life gets like such a rude shock, it's almost like a lightning falling on your head. You don't know how to react, right? But that's how the litmus test of the inner personality, it gives an opportunity. Life itself gives you. And when it is inevitable, so you have to invoke the valor within you. And that's what I did. And I gathered all my inner strength and decided to fight till my last breath. To face my twin enemies of cancer and paralysis with a big smile on my face. Miracles. 12 months of chemotherapy, radiation, physiotherapy, and finally healed it. Exactly 10 years ago, 2013, I was declared 100% cancer-free. The joy of my family had no bounds. In my eyes also were dreams of joining the IT professional career once again. It was on a halt for around 1.5 years. But destiny had some other plans for me. And during the period of chemotherapy, my eyesight was getting blurred after every round. And I decided, after I was declared cancer-free, I decided to get myself new spectacles. when I went for the eye checkup, the ophthalmologist, the eye doctors, they told me that due to certain irreversible eye condition, I was about to lose my eyesight completely in next 2 to 3 months. And imagine what I was going through. We were mentally, emotionally, financially, physically exhausted, fighting cancer, that too last stage cancer. And I was still recovering from paralysis, still learning how to take baby steps and all that. Climbing stairs up and down. It was still learning through the help of physiotherapists. And then as I realized that I'm soon going to become a Divyang, it shook me from within. Cancer could not shake me, honestly speaking, that much. But this thing, to lose my eyesight, because I did not want to be a burden in my prime youth on my family, on my parents, because that was the time when I was to be a support system for them. I didn't want that all my life I will become a financial burden on anyone. But I did not know where to start my career from, what to do. Everything was blank. And that's when my mother, she gave me a mantra, which I'm going to share just right now with you all. And she gave this mantra just like in Kurukshetra, when the Arjuna was totally perplexed what to do. That time Krishna gave him same way. And it goes like this. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. अर्थात जो व्यक्ति ठीक से बोल भी नहीं सकता वो एक वाचस्पति बन सकता है. एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जो समतल जगह पे ठीक से चल भी नहीं पाता वो ऊंचे ऊंचे पर्वतों को लांघने की शक्ति पा सकता है. टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस अप्लाई. कैसे? ये सारे दोनों एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. इम्पॉसिबल लगते हैं, राइट? इम्पॉसिबल टू अचीव, ये कैसे हो सकता है? असंभव, राइट? असंभव को जो संभव करे वो कैसे हो सकता है कि वो माधव की कृपा, मतलब यद कृपा, मतलब उसको माधव की कृपा तब मिलेगी. मगर इसमें एक एनक्रिप्शन है, राइट? यहाँ पे बहुत सारे टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड के हैं, तो यू ऑल नो व्हाट इज एनक्रिप्शन. So the secret of how to become a kripa patra of Madhav, of your divinity, is encoded in this mantra, in the word Paramanand. So the Paramanand encoding, इसको मैंने अपनी तरह से decrypt किया because I'm also a software engineer. So the Paramanand, as I decrypt it, it means to me कि our mental attitude when we are facing a Himalayan problem in front of us, a challenge which appears to be so impossible at that time, instead of panicking, instead of frustration, if we can remain equanimous, if we can maintain the bliss or happiness of that state of mind, then only we can act, right? Otherwise, we are simply going to react, or we are going to run away from the situation. It will not help us, right? Right? Is this clear? Do you like this decryption?
Yes. Great.
I started my life all over again. I'll just take 2-3 minutes more. I started life all over again and started learning Braille script, yes? Ka, kha, ga, ABCD, alphabets, reading and writing all over again in my prime youth. Despite my engineering background, college, and starting all over again reading and writing. Imagine I was a software engineer, but I was not able to use my own smartphone and my laptop at all, because without eyesight, I was not having the knowledge of how to use, there exist certain special softwares, and these softwares are called screen reader technology. So it reads out the entire content of the screen which is in front of us. So whether if it is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, so everything which with the help of the software, internet browsing, or including the when we are using our smartphone, we can do everything even in the laptop or the desktop computers. We can install these softwares, and this will allow us to work on our gadgets independently to a great extent. And then there was no looking back, and I started preparing for all the competitive exams, and within 1 year of preparation, in my first attempt, without any coaching class, I'm proud to share with you that I cracked more than 8 competitive exams and interviews. Thank you so much. Including State Bank of India clerical exam, Bank of Baroda probationary officer exam, Reserve Bank of India Assistant Grade Exam, UPSC Civil Services, I lost the interview call in my first attempt just by 13 marks. And finally, I became the first 100% blind manager to be posted ever in the history of RBI Gujarat. Class 1 officer. Just wanted to add one more point. I had already achieved a milestone in my life as I started embarked on my new career as a manager in RBI. I could have laid back and be complacent all my life, yes? Yes. But yes, I was a fighter. So I decided that I will move on and on and on. And that's what I did. You know why? You know what? You'll be surprised to know that out of 4.5 lakh students, like the candidates who appeared for the RBI manager exam all over India, only 110 were selected after prelims, mains and interview. And I was the only one who was 100% blind in the batch of that 110 managers from India. And during the rigorous campus training, during the rigorous induction training of my batch, I was recognized for my outstanding performance by the Reserve Bank Staff College, and I was given the overall Best Trainee Award for my best work in my batch. So that was like a big deal. And then I created certain more milestones. I became the first 100% blind person in the whole world to crack a competitive exam called Macroeconomic Accounting Certification, conducted by International Monetary Fund, IMF, Washington, DC. Became the first blind person in the whole world to crack that exam. Later on, RBI, and I got an aggregate score of 93% in that IMF certification course. So that was also a big deal. And based on all these things, RBI recommended my name to Government of India, and the history is this, that I was awarded with a national award for being the best blind employee of the country. So my story goes on like this. Like even in RBI, I'm playing into several departments, starting from information technology, currency management, market intelligence unit, and currently into consumer education and protection. My current role is about the consumer education and protection in the Ombudsman department. So friends, what is the secret of this entire story? So to say, I've already given you so many hints that you should always have a fighter attitude to go on and on. I believe failure is when you give up. Simple. Failure is when you give up. Failure is not when you fall down. Failure is when you just keep on crying and waiting for someone to lift you up. Right? What is success? Just the reverse of this. Success is when you are bold and courageous enough to navigate alone. Like when you are facing the tempest in your life and you are facing storms in your life. Okay? Then have that courage, no matter what, I will move on. Never give up. And also I wanted to share that have at least 15-20 minutes of your day for yourself. It's called going within, connecting to the universal consciousness, so to say. You can do it in any way. What I practice, I have been practicing even before I faced cancer. I was blessed that I could learn Sudarshan Kriya. I knew already how to meditate and do pranayam. These were the weapons which helped me, to build up my willpower and to face any challenges, one after another. Last stage cancer, severe paralysis, and then losing eyesight completely. In one life, I have faced so many things, and still I'm smiling and I'm happy in front of you. I'm full of gratitude. Why? Because of this going within. I strongly urge all of you that you should pursue a balanced life and also earmark or allocate at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes of your time to be connected to the nature, to just be with yourself, to contemplate, to meditate, whatever you say. It can be music, it can be simply being with yourself during sunrise or sunset, or going on a trekking on a jungle, because I'm also a passionate adventure traveler. You could probably see some of the things. I did rappelling and whitewater rafting in ice-cold waters of Ladakh, in Chadar trek, which is one of the most difficult trek of the world. So I did a lot of things after losing eyesight. I was told by many of my peers to not pursue these adventure things. Rappelling, you know, it's a 50 feet vertical wall, 5-story building, and on the top of the building, of course, you are wearing that safety apparatus. But if you are asked to step out, even after you are wearing those safety apparatus, it's not a joke. It really requires a lot of courage to climb down using the rappelling techniques. Without eyesight, it was so challenging to even when someone is explaining to you, the guide, how to do rappelling, you cannot see them. You just have to listen to their instructions and trial and error. But I did that, and so you all can push that envelope. Okay, push your limits, push your boundaries. Sky is your limit. And in the end, मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देने से पहले अपनी स्वरचित कविता की कुछ पंक्तियों का आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करूंगा और चाहूंगा कि आप लोग मुझे जैसे ही प्रेम और उत्साह भरी तालियों से मेरा अभिवादन करें इस कविताओं के अंत में या मध्य में, जैसा भी आपको ठीक लगे। कैसे कह दूं कि थक गया हूं मैं, जाने कितनों की ऊर्जा हूं मैं। कैसे कह दूं कि थक गया हूं मैं, जाने कितनों की ऊर्जा हूं मैं। कैसे कह दूं कि अक्षम हूं मैं, कैसे कह दूं कि अक्षम हूं मैं, जाने कितनों की क्षमताओं का मानक हूं मैं, जाने कितनों की क्षमताओं का मानक हूं मैं। कैसे कह दूं कि दुर्बल निबल हूं मैं, कैसे कह दूं कि दुर्बल निबल हूं मैं, जाने कितनों का मनोबल हूं मैं, जाने कितनों का मनोबल हूं मैं। कैसे कह दूं कि अंधियारों में डूबा हूं मैं, कैसे कह दूं कि अंधियारों में डूबा हुआ हूं मैं, जाने कितनों का शरद चंद्र हूं मैं, शरद चंद्र हूं मैं, शरद चंद्र हूं मैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। वंदे मातरम।